Is this the ultimate racing experience? I'm here at Homestead-Miami Speedway to experience the heart-pounding world of NASCAR, live and in all its glory. With my VIP pass, I've got exclusive behind-the-scenes access, and I'll be taking you along for the ride. We'll meet iconic drivers,
Be loud.
chat with the crew,
Gotta be strong,
and feel the raw energy of the fans. And I'll be answering the big question: how does NASCAR stack up against other motorsports I've experienced, like Moto GP, WRC, and Formula 1? So stick around till the end, because my take might surprise you. This is NASCAR. Miami, Florida, known for Pitbull, the Miami Heat, and this, the Homestead-Miami Speedway, which is where I'll be getting my first taste of NASCAR action.
Yeah, it's my first time at a NASCAR event.
Now, if you're an F1 fan like me, you might have some preconceived notions about NASCAR and its fan base. You may say something like, oh, well, they just turn left all the time. I mean, where's the fun in that? Or, that sport is just for hillbillies. And you'd be right. I'm kidding, obviously. No, NASCAR is obviously so much more than that. I mean, it's a sport enjoyed by millions of people, and the history of the sport is fascinating. It all started in the 1930s and 40s, when bootleggers who were smuggling illegal alcohol started modifying their cars to outrun the law, perfecting the art of speed on the back roads. But soon enough, rather than escaping the police, they started racing each other, and in 1948, one man, Bill France Sr., saw an opportunity to turn these underground contests into something bigger. And so, the National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing, NASCAR, was officially born.
I just got three things to say. God bless our troops, God bless America, and gentlemen, start your engine!
While Formula 1 built its legacy on precision engineering and international circuits, NASCAR grew from the dirt tracks of small-town America with its unique brand of racing. Here, drivers didn't pilot high-tech, lightweight machines. They drove powerful, modified stock cars, just like those on the showroom floor, but with a lot more muscle under the bonnet. Or should I say, under the hood, in American English. And since its humble beginnings in 1948, NASCAR has grown tremendously and now has fans all across the US. The appeal? It's raw, it's rugged, it's personal. The races are tight, the cars heavier, and the tracks smaller. More like gladiator arenas than the sweeping curves of a Grand Prix circuit. The ovals ranging from half-mile bull rings of Bristol to the massive super speedways like Daytona force drivers to race wheel-to-wheel at speeds up to 200 miles an hour, or 230 kilometers an hour. And I, for one, am very excited to witness this for the first time. But before we get to racing, it's time for qualifying.
Okay, so the race car drivers are practicing right now, so we are going to head up and look at it from the grandstand. I just saw my first NASCAR zoom past me. The cars are really loud. There's not so many people here because, yeah, I guess it's just qualifying, so it's kind of empty right now. But, yeah, it's really hot. I don't know how long we can make it.
To the top of the leaderboard.
So we just watched the Cup Series qualifying, and qualifying in NASCAR is similar to Formula 1 in that it determines where you start on the grid.
The cars qualifying right now are from the Cup Series, the premier division of NASCAR, and they will be racing tomorrow on Sunday. But don't worry, we've got plenty of racing today from the Xfinity Series and the Truck Series. Now you might be thinking, what the hell is the Xfinity Series? And did you say trucks? I thought NASCAR was cars. I'm confused. Well, it's actually not that complicated. Let me compare it to F1 again. To put it simply, think of NASCAR as the FIA. It's the governing body of the sport. Following that logic, the Cup Series would be Formula 1, the Premier Division, the Xfinity Series would be Formula 2, and the Truck Series would be Formula 3. Before the Truck Series race began, I headed to the pit lane to get a closer look. And these things look unlike anything I've ever seen before. Before I came here, I'd never even considered the idea of racing modified pickup trucks. In my mind, pickup trucks are built for, transporting heavy goods, and that's it, Racing them seems so foreign to me, but once again, that's the beauty of this sport. It's all about entertainment value. Is it something the fans want to see? Well, then we'll give it to them. The Truck Series was officially added to NASCAR in 1995 after some exhibitions of the trucks had proven to be popular among the fans. And in the spirit of giving fans what they want, here I am, getting close to the cars, walking among the drivers and the fans alike, and I was surprised at just how close we could get with our VIP passes.
So we're here, the cars are all lined up, the Truck Series is about to start. All of the fans are out here taking pictures, looking at the cars, even taking pictures with some of the drivers. I'm really surprised by the access that fans are granted here at NASCAR. They're really allowed to, they've given permission to come up close and personal with their favorite drivers, with their favorite teams, and just, enjoy it. I mean, look, we're literally right here by all of the cars. And everybody's out here, all the fans are having a great time. And it just seems, my initial thoughts are it's a lot more down to earth if I compare it to Formula One races I've been to. There's very much a hierarchy, and it's very exclusive in nature. Whereas I would say this is more inclusive, is my initial thoughts, at least. Again, I've only been here 2 hours, but it seems that people get great access. They can get up and close and personal. They can get up close to the action. They can meet the drivers. They can take pictures with their favorite drivers, hang out with their favorite teams, and it's not so much like you can't be here. Like, I love F1, but my main, sort of issue with it is when you're at an F1 race, they're very quick to tell you that you can't be there, or you can't do that, or don't touch that. Whereas here, it seems to be quite the opposite. They're just kind of like, do whatever you want. And I love that. I think that's great. But anyway, this is the Truck Series. It's about to start very, very soon. I think they're going to do the driver intros in a minute, in maybe 5 minutes or so. So let's check it out. Okay guys, I think I found all of the drivers. One big difference between NASCAR and Formula One is just the sheer number of cars. I mean, look all the way over there. You've got cars, and then I look behind me, and there's even more cars over there. I don't know if you can see. While we're here and they're doing the driver intros, I'm just gonna take a moment to appreciate the actual racetrack. Look at that. Imagine
behind the wheel of the
driving as fast as you possibly can there, trying to get the highest top speed as possible, and then turning left to the curvature over there. Speaking of big cars in America, look at that beauty. That's amazing. That is massive. That is crazy.
And once the national anthem had been sung, it was time to go racing, and time for me to get my first ever taste of live NASCAR racing. What really stood out to me was just the constant high speed and extremely close racing. One small mistake and it can all go horribly wrong, which is what keeps you at the edge of your seat throughout the race. Once the trucks had raced, it was time for the Xfinity series, the Formula 2 of NASCAR, remember? Now, these cars look a lot more similar to what you might expect when you hear the word NASCAR.
Guys have started their engines. They're leaving the pit lane right now. The Xfinity race series is about to start.
We watched this race from the pits and got close to the action, watching the pit stops from only 3 meters away. The drivers in the Xfinity series race with the hope of making it to the Cup Series. One of these individuals is Nick Leitz, who races for DGM Racing. He's a fourth-generation racer with a family background in motorsports. Leitz made his NASCAR debut in 2022, racing in the Truck Series at Nashville Superspeedway, where he impressed by gaining 9 positions during the race. In 2023, he expanded his participation to the Xfinity series. However, today, he wasn't as successful.
Okay, so I'm here together with Nick Leitz, and this is your car behind us. Can you just talk us through what happened?
Yeah, I tried to make a pass on somebody, overdrove the corner. When I got back on the gas, the rear tires just lit up, and around she went. So I kept going, and then the tire popped and caused all that, missing sway bar. It's unfortunate we were running good, but it's just part of the things that happen here. It's a wore-out racetrack, so we're slipping and sliding the whole time.
It's quite common to have these sort of big accidents, I feel like. You seem so unfazed. If that happened to me, I'd be very scared. How do you get used to this? It's just like a regular occurrence for you?
Yeah, I've gotten to a bad wreck at Talladega a couple weeks ago, so that's something you don't want to do. So spinning out here wasn't too bad.
Okay. Thank you so much.
The time has finally arrived. Sunday, race day for the NASCAR Cup Series, the premier division of NASCAR.
Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday. It is race day for the NASCAR Cup Series. We're here at the track. bright and early.
And I am buzzing for a number of reasons. Firstly, because I'm finally going to watch the top level of NASCAR. But I'm also going to be doing so much more. I will be spending time with one of the NASCAR teams. I'll be learning new things like the fact that many pit crew members are former professional athletes. One even won a Super Bowl. And I will get to meet one of the sport's most iconic drivers. The team I will be visiting is Trackhouse. Now, if you're a Moto GP fan, the Trackhouse name will be familiar. It's where Raul Fernandez and Miguel Oliveira race. I've got a full-length video on Moto GP coming out very soon, by the way, so subscribe if you're interested in that.
Le Moto GP spécial.
Qu'est-ce qui rend le MotoGP spécial? All right, I'm ready. Qu'est-ce qui rend le MotoGP spécial?
Ah, super bien, franchement, franchement on est super bien et l'ambiance.
To get there, I'm meeting up with Orsley, who works for NASCAR. And to get to the Trackhouse garage, we have to cross Victory Lane.
Can you explain what is this called?
It's Victory Lane.
Victory Lane, and what does that mean?
It's where the car drives in, where the winner drives in the winning car after they win the race.
Okay.
That was a crazy explanation.
Wait, do they drive in here?
They do.
All the way
It gets parked right there on the checker flag. The whole team stands by. They go crazy. They're really excited. They might have champagne. There's confetti. They get out of the car. They throw their hands up in the air and they're like, I won the race.
Oh, no way. Okay, so they also do the champagne thing, just like in other motorsports,
It
right?
depends on the track, but yes.
Okay, there the engines are warming up.
Okay, keep your head on a swivel in here. They will yell at you to get out of the way.
Okay,
Yeah. Just
so just be ready for it.
be ready for it.
Cool.
It's not mean, but it is like, ooh.
Yeah.
I got work to do, places to go, so.
Totally understandable.
Yeah.
These cars are extremely loud. I'm just like scared someone's gonna rev and my ears are gonna blow up.
As I walk towards the garage, I can hear the roar of the engines. I thought yesterday's cars were loud, but these might just blow my eardrums out.
And so how many cars actually race at once? There's many.
I don't know the exact number, but let's say around 35. But
35.
there are part-time drivers who race part-time. So they're not full-time in the series, but they'll occasionally come in and out with an entry and race and race.
Oh, okay.
So it's never a solid number of 35. It could fluctuate up and down.
Right, okay. Oh, nice. Here we are at the Trackhouse garage. Okay, so now we're inside the Trackhouse. So now we're heading to meet Ross Chastain.
Ross Chastain is a NASCAR driver known for his aggressive driving style.
This is my first NASCAR race. What should I expect from today's race?
To be loud.
To be loud. Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah. Where are you from?
From Sweden.
Okay.
Yeah.
What brought you over here?
This race.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's the only reason why I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet, man.
I've been to F1 before, I've been to Rally, and this is my first time at NASCAR.
All right.
One of his most notable achievements came in the 2022 NASCAR Cup Series, where he executed a bold video game-like move at Martinsville Speedway, riding the wall at full speed to overtake several cars and secure a spot in the Championship 4, a move that shocked the racing world. I mean, take a look at this. It absolutely looks like something straight out of a video game. It's insane.
We're making a little video. Where does the watermelon celebration come from?
My family, we farm watermelons. So my brother and I are 8th generation consecutive watermelon farmers. Right. So I gotta show the family business off.
That's brilliant.
Yep.
Promoting two things at one time.
Yeah,
I love
right.
it.
After meeting Chastain, our tour continues, and I'm about to learn a lot, particularly about the pit crew members and their athletic backgrounds. You see, many of them have competed in other sports at a very high level.
Okay, so who am I with?
Jarek, man.
And what's your job?
I'm actually one of the rear tire chains for Zane Smith. So I actually went to college and played basketball. So that's my athletic background. You have some people that's played football, baseball. We even got a swimmer on one of our teams. So I mean, it's just any athlete really.
Can you talk us through about the sort of physical demands of working in a pit crew?
Physically, I mean, you gotta be strong. You gotta be fast. I mean, you're trying to do pit stops in 8 seconds. I mean, and also too, you're running in front of cars with tires that weigh 45 pounds. So I mean, physical. I mean, you gotta be strong.
Yeah, and speaking of the mental aspects, we also heard that at some tracks the cars will be approaching at like 70 miles an hour.
Yes.
Is that not a bit scary?
So I mean, it's like some tracks have different speeds. I mean, I think the fastest track is like 50 miles per hour. I mean, but it's like, I mean, if you think about it, it's like, all right, cool, just go on the interstate and put your heels on the white line and feel cars passing. That's kind of how it is. I mean, it's not scary. You kind of get used to it, and I mean that's the feel that you like too. Like it's just the adrenaline rush, you know.
So yeah, so what does a regular day look like for you in terms of training?
Training. So we practice. We do basically like you do pit stops. Basically, like you basically do the same thing over and over again. Do pit stops. So I mean, like Tuesday we'll have practice, then we also go work out as a team. We do CrossFit. So you know, our Trackhouse is like a more team and family oriented thing. So everything we do, we do it all together as a team. We practice together and we work out together. So
brilliant. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Appreciate it. Good luck.
Yes, sir.
Nice to meet you. It is almost time for these drivers to head out on the track. All of the cars are lined up here, as you can see, and I must say these cars are absolutely beautiful. As I said before, you can really feel that today is a special day. The stakes are higher, everything is more intense, and yesterday we felt that we were in the way, but our tour guide actually said, it's okay if you feel that you're in the way. You're supposed to feel like you're in the way. And it's not a big deal. Like, the fans are allowed to get very close to the action, as you can see. You know, people are walking here. It's a great time. And if you're in the way, if one of the pit crew members or one of the drivers or anything, they'll just politely move you, ask you to move, or politely, they'll shout. But it won't be that deep. Like, they'll tell you to move and then that's it. So yeah, they really let the fans come up close and personal, and I think that's great. These cars are absolutely beautiful. Oh yeah, one exciting thing. Michael Jordan is at the event. I had it confirmed by a friend. They saw Michael Jordan here at the event. I haven't seen him yet. Apparently he likes to hide a little bit, which I understand because it's quite easy to spot him. Not only is he famous, but he's also very, very tall. So yeah, but he is here, and that's really cool. And this is his car, or his team's car, 2311 Racing. And the reason for the name 2311 Racing is because he and Denny Hamlin co-own this team. Obviously Michael Jordan's number is 23 and Denny Hamlin's racing number is 11, hence 2311 Racing. That's a sick car. They made the McDonald's logo look cool.
And after Sway Lee had taken his selfies, the fighter jets had flown by, and the national anthem had been sung once more, it was finally time to go racing at the Homestead-Miami Speedway.
Now the race is about to start, everybody is leaving the area. We've listened to the national anthem, we've watched the airplanes, the fighter jets fly over, and now it is time for the action. So we're gonna hang around here, hopefully see a pit stop up close.
We watched the first laps from the pits to catch some pit stops up close. Seeing them change the tires up close, you can see why not just anybody can do this job. I mean, you need high-level athletes who are strong and fast and who can handle the pressure of a high-speed tire change.
It's literally so loud when they go by, the whole ground shakes. I don't know if this is coming across on the video, but yeah, I've got my earplugs in, and the whole ground shakes, and it's really, really, really loud. So right now we're walking up the grid towards the 45 car in the 2311 team. That is Michael Jordan's team, and he's here. So you guys like, we're going to see if he's here supporting these drivers. Now we're gonna hop on one of these golf carts.
After that, we headed to the grandstands to get a better view of the whole race. And one thing that stood out to me is that you really can see the whole race at any given moment. I mean, if I compare it to Formula 1 or Moto GP, you get to see them zoom past and it's all very exciting, but the rest of the time, you're looking at a screen. You know, whereas here, you can see every single moment of the action, which makes it more like watching a football match than a race, and I absolutely love that. As I sat there watching the race and soaking in my last few moments in the land of the free, I started comparing it to my other experiences at different motorsports events and how this compares. As I said in the beginning of the video, a lot of F1 fans have some preconceived notions about the sport of NASCAR. Now, I was never one of those people. You know, I've always found the sport intriguing, even though I haven't actively followed it myself. And now that I actually have experienced NASCAR live, I would say that 3 things stood out to me from the event. Number 1 would be the friendliness. I mean, everyone I met at the event, whether it was a driver or a pit crew member or a fan, was just so friendly and willing to chat. It was definitely one of the most welcoming sports events I've ever been to, let alone motorsport. Number 2 would be the atmosphere. Everything from the extremely loud engines making the ground shake to the passionate fans cheering their favorite drivers along in the grandstands makes a NASCAR race really, really unique. And the fighter jets were a nice touch as well. Number 3 would be the racing itself. Now, the constant high-speed racing with these powerful cars just inches away from each other leaves you at the edge of your seat throughout the race. Again, these aren't the twisty, turny Grand Prix circuits. They're big arenas where only the most daring drivers come out victorious. Now, how does this compare to the other motorsports I've experienced? Well, I think every motorsport I've been to has had one thing that sticks out, that one thing that makes their sport special. When I went to my first ever rally, for example, it was the sheer skill, watching the drivers push the car to the absolute limit in tough terrain where the likelihood of crashing into a tree is extremely high. That was something that really blew my mind. For Moto GP, I would say it was the fan culture. The thing that really stood out to me when I was there was the fact that the whole event was more like a big party. Everyone was in a festive mood and the energy was infectious, even though I didn't speak a word of French, so the communication was a little difficult. And finally, we have NASCAR, and for me, it's got to be the show. I mean, we're in America, the home of entertainment, and this was one of the most entertaining events I've been to. From hyping up the drivers at the driver intros, to getting close and meeting the crew and talking to the drivers, so the racing itself, where you can see the whole race at any given moment. You can hear the roar of the engines as the cars zoom past you at 200 miles an hour, and the fans who are cheering them along. I mean, this for me is what makes NASCAR so special. And if you've made it this far, I'd like to say thank you for watching. This is a new channel, so any feedback on the video is appreciated. So why don't you drop a comment and let me know what you like, what you didn't like, and what you'd like to see in the future. It helps out a lot. And while you're at it, why not check out one of my other videos, like this one from Rally Sweden. Thank you very much for watching. See you on the next one. Bye. Rally Sweden is the second leg in the World Rally Championship calendar, where the best drivers in the world race against the clock on the snowy and icy terrain to see who is the fastest.